Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This is Dr. Muhammad Shafiq, your lecturer of philosophy at Department of Islamic and Pakistan Studies West. And the course I am teaching you is called Introduction to Logic. The course code for this course is PHI 101, and this is lecture number 27. Today we are going to discuss what are the biconditional propositions and what is their role in symbolic logic, how do we express these, and how can you use these in the context of truth tables. So the outline of today's lecture consists upon following parts. First, we are going to look into what are the biconditional propositions or statements. Then we are going to look into the nature and characteristics of biconditional propositions or statements. And then we are going to dig out what is the truth value of biconditional propositions. Biconditional propositions. So what are biconditional propositions? Normally, these are the propositions which use the phrase if and only if. If and only if. It's depicted with the triple bar, that is biconditional proposition symbol. For example, if I say I take a vacation leave if and only if this administration allows me to do so. That means there's a condition, bicondition, if and only if my administration lets me have a vacation, then I am definitely going to take a vacation. So P triple bar Q. For example, shape is a triangle if and only if it has exactly three sides. In logic and mathematics, the logical biconditional, sometimes known as the material biconditional, is the logical connective used to conjoin two statements and to form the statement which carries the phrase if and only if, when there is known as the antecedent and consequent. So the shape is a triangle if and only if it has exactly three sides. That is a biconditional statement. Only if is a conditional proposition. It will I will take a vacation leave only if the administration allows me to do so. That means P then Q. I will take, or if I say if administration allows me, then I will take a vacation. So when I say if and only if in this statement, it makes it biconditional. So now let us have a look what are the rules in biconditional proposition. Just about every theorem in mathematics or logic takes on the form if then the conditional or if short for if and only if with double F. It is the biconditional. Therefore, it is very important to understand the meaning of these statements. In this case, we'll look at the truth table for each and why it comes out the way it does. So let's have a look what are the rules for this biconditional proposition. A biconditional proposition is true if both components have the same truth value. Thus, if one is true and the other is false, then the biconditional propositions are considered to be false. Now, we can state this in the form of a biconditional proposition. A biconditional proposition is true if and only if both antecedent and consequent or both components of this proposition are true. So it's an example of biconditional proposition that biconditional proposition is true if and only if both parts or both components of this proposition are true. In the rest of the three cases, if one is true and the other one is false, or if both are false, then for biconditional propositions are false. So if I say I will take a vacation leave if and only if the administration allows me to do so. I will take a vacation leave, then administration allow me to, and if the administration allows me to, then I will take a vacation leave. So P triple bar Q, or Q is equal to P of P triple bar Q. In truth table, if we have a close look on the biconditional propositions, in the first column we have two T's and two F's for the P statement. For example, if we take the example of shape is triangle if and only if it exactly has the three sides. So the first statement or the first component of this is P, shape is triangle. So in first column, as we do normally have two T's and two F's. The second column is that of second statement, second component of this proposition, which says it has exactly three sides. So we have one T, one F, one T, one F, and then P triple bar Q. In this column, if both antecedent and consequent or both components of this statement are true, then it is considered true, and if both are false, in that case also this is considered to be true. The rest of the two cases where one component is true and the other one is false, it would be considered false. So in this truth table, there are two conditions in which this statement could be true, while on the same point there are two statements or two conditions in which this statement could be considered false. So this is basically the rules for the uh, biconditional statements in symbolic logic, where we use a symbol of triple bar for the biconditional statements. And again, I would ask you to please reflect and study closely these rules of symbolic logic, because these are very important for you to understand how we are going to check the validity of our arguments with the help of truth tables. So if we don't know the rules, or if we just miss any part of these and we cannot comprehend it properly, then we will not be able to use the symbolic logic effectively, and a minor mistake could lead us towards a disaster, and then our argument would be considered invalid. So that is very important. uh, if you want to have more journal study of these rules and symbolic logic, there are two books recommended at the end of each lecture I have presented you, and these both of these books are very valuable, very popular books, and they have very quite comprehensive uh, explanation of all the topics in logic. So if you try to look into these, you'll be able to comprehend it more effectively. Even if after studying these books you are not able to do so, please do let me know, and I will try to clarify things for you once again. Until then, I would say to stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and Allah Hafiz.